Guess what? We've found the answer. That's right, the answer to everything. If you want to become unstoppable, if you want to be able to create amazing things in your life, guess what? We know that there's one thing that's holding you back right now. And today, we just might have the answer for you, and we're going to discuss what that is. I've been in your waters. Hello, B Dawg Sammy G, live in the house, coming to you live and direct, Facebook live style. And you know what we're all about? We're about helping network marketers, entrepreneurs, social marketers, whoever the hell you are, master their mind, their message, and their marketing. Use this amazing thing called social media. And guess what? From time to time, we like to drop videos like this one right here. So if you're with us, how about you just smash me and the Sammy G, more Sammy G, because she's looking fantastic today. Smash her a big love heart. Let us know you're here. Drop it in the chat and just say, hey, what's going on? Anyway, let's jump in. This is our 10 at 10.
It is 10 at 10. I don't feel like I look amazing today. We've had end of school. Yeah, our kids, it's their last day at school now for 8 weeks. Oh my gosh, can you imagine 8 weeks of entertaining 5 children full time?
Well, whether we like it or not, it's coming at us 100 miles an hour, like life is coming at us. But anyway, at this speech night, let's talk about that, because this is one thing that we really wanted to discuss to you, and to give you some framework, give you a framework around, hey, here's maybe some things that are holding you back. Maybe there's a spotlight on some challenges that are in your life that maybe you're waiting for the right time, maybe the right environment, maybe the right time, the right 25 hours. You're waiting for the day when you get an extra hour, because you should see
the right climate, the right environment. That when you hear that thing that everyone says, when I just don't have time. When they say I don't have time, what that's insinuating is that at some point in your life you're going to have time, and you're going to have this area of clarity and clearness, and everything's going to be sorted out, and it's going to be like, whoa, and you're going to be, okay, I can concentrate, I can focus, and I'm going to get it done. That time never comes.
Where's my focus here? Where's my focus? I feel like, oh, there we go. Anyway, at the speech night, the principal stood up and they was talking about this parable, and she shared a parable, a really quick parable. Sammy, do you want to share this parable?
It was actually really powerful. So we had the speech night last night with our kids. They were getting awards. It was years 7 to 11. All the kids are walking up on stage, and you know what it's like. You talk to your kids, they don't listen, but then when someone else comes along and talks to them, they start and listen. Well, this amazing principal got up and she shared this story about how, you're going through life and you're picking up the rocks. And for some people, they're like, I don't have time to pick up the rocks. I'm too busy. I can't be bothered. I haven't got the work ethic to pick up the rock. All of that sort of stuff. Other people do. And as they're picking up these rocks, what looks like rocks on the outside, you never know when that rock, aka that opportunity, that exposure to something, that putting yourself out there in a different environment, moving out of your comfort zone, doing something that you may not particularly like or want to do, but you've got that vision that this rock could actually become something else. And in that process of picking up these rocks and putting them in their pocket, you never know when they're going to actually turn into gems or exposures or opportunities that over your lifespan you'll be like, thank God I picked up those rocks.
So anyway, I love this whole sort of thinking about opportunity and thinking about things. How many things in your life at the moment are you not taking full advantage of, that you're not playing full out? Guys, what we realize in this parable, and this these people walking along and picking up these stones, was the fact that they didn't pick up enough stones, right? They didn't pick up enough stones. They didn't take enough of the opportunity when it was handed to them. They're always waiting. They're always looking for that, that
Right.
gem. They're looking for the gem rather than looking at the rocks that they had. And it was in those moments that we're thinking about. It's like, how many things that you are passing up, the opportunities inside of your life, the opportunity to be fully self-expressed, the opportunity that, they were talking about, people taking advantage of being a Toastmaster and taking advantage of full academic, whilst you're at school, that they never get this opportunity again where they are like, people are fully invested in them. And we all know, right, as parents, as adults, as people who have gone through school, hey, I didn't take as much advantage of school as what I should have, right? And not that I regret that, but what that learning and that lesson, and I got that lesson last night from being at school again with the principal. I felt like I was in the principal's office. I had spent a lot of time in the principal's office.
I bet
But
you
anyway,
did.
that's a different story. And one of those things was, are you taking full advantage of the opportunities that you have right now, right in this very moment? We are not coming back to this part in time and space ever again. What is holding you back? Anyway, before I get too, excited. Oh my God, we just swapped sides, Sammy. Did you see that? That's like the magic.
How did you do
That's
that?
absolute magic. Anyway, I'm going to put the timer on. Watch this. I'm going to set a timer. Okay.
I don't even know why you bother doing that, because you do not stick to it. You've already done 10 minutes, and now you're doing a 10-minute timer.
I
back again.
Okay, timer's on. Here it comes. Right, so this is it, right? So guys, when you're an entrepreneur, here's what I'd like to call you. Some of you are Wantrepereneurs. All right, let's face it. You love the idea of it. You love the idea of having the gems, like of being able to, fly around the world, to live free. Like freedom's this big thing that gets painted around the, the vision board and all that sort of stuff. You want all the money in the world. You want, the freedom to be able to choose whatever you want to do, freedom of choice, time, freedom.
Sounds good.
It sounds amazing, right? And so that's for what everyone wants, right? That's a Wantrepereneur. And how many of you now are willing to play the game full out, right? And I say this is, you have opportunities around you right now to be fully engaged, to be like, you are moments away from creating that freedom. What's holding you back? Well, there was one thing that I learned, and Sammy and I have both done it. We've done landmark education. Some of you have done landmark education. Some of you are like, yeah, we are in it, right? We just walked along and we did personal development back in the day. Jeez, it feels like only yesterday, but it was a long time ago, right? It was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
It was one of the distinctions that I got from the landmark, like the landmark forum, and it was one of those things that, to be honest, has stuck with us right up until today, like right now. This is the learning. All right, so here it comes, and this is your personal development, right? And a lot of people are, when I have something, right? When I have enough time, when I have the right opportunity, when I have the right money, when I have the right, like Sammy said, the right amount of right environment, the right time.
When my kids are being good, when my kids are at school, when everything's calmed down, when no one's sick in the house, when I have enough money, when we have enough time, when I just get past Christmas in this busy period, when all my bills are paid, when I'm happy in my job. Everyone has this barrier that when I just get past this, it's all going to be different, and then everything's going to change.
What about your business though? Like when I have the right people, when I have the right, when I have the right camera set up, when I have the right things to say, when I have the right content to write, when I have the right, set up on my social media platforms, when I have it, we're all living in the have, right? When I have enough, when I have the things, then I will do the stuff. I will take massive action. I will do the Facebook Lives. I will write the social media content. I will be, I will do what's necessary after I have this stuff. And guess what I'll be? Then I'll be confident. Then I'll be a leader. Then I'll be successful.
I'll have freedom.
Then I'll have freedom. Then I'll show up. Then I'll
I'll get on the calls. Then I'll get on the training.
Then I'll be happy.
Then I'll talk to people about it.
I'll be the magnet of attraction for my business. I'll be able to bring in the people that I want to work with. And so we live in this space called the have, do, be space. It's have, do, be. How many of you can see this in your life? It's like you're like, and again, ready for like the social media, when you're thinking about creating this business, network marketers, you're like, when I have, if only, if you ever said this before, if only I had the right product, if only I had one more flavor of that stuff.
If only I had a better discount, everything would be different.
Discount, Black
If only
Friday.
I had another flavor.
If only I had the next
If only
flavor.
things were more in stock, then everything would be different.
You should see me when I have it. But it's because you don't have it, you want it, right? So then, only then will you do the work, and then you'll be successful, you'll be satisfied, you'll be unstoppable. You should see you when you have a new flavor. You should see you when you have a new product. You should see yourself when you have another discount. You should see it. But we're all living in this someday, no day, right? And I believe this is the one thing that stops people.
It's almost like a holding pattern. And that's what it does to your mind and to your behavior and to your actions. It puts you in this holding pattern. And it's quite funny when you look at it like the human psychology, because we do it to actually justify why we're not doing it. So it's like, I'd love to do that, but I can't do it because of this. So when that happens, then I'll do it. And it's almost like setting yourself up as a passenger inside of your own life, but you're putting yourself in a holding pattern that never ever allows you to get out of it and actually achieve those goals or get to where you want to be. You just end up going round and round in circles, and sadly that can go on for years.
Show me the money, then I'll get to work. Honestly, it's like as opposed to what we're going to teach you. And this is a mindset shift. This is something for you to take on. This is something, like I said, has stayed with us from the time we've learned right up until now, and it will follow us in the future. And I promise you, for you network marketers, this is the time. This is the opportunity right now, right? This is your chance to flip the switch, flip the script, right, homeboys? You know what time it is, right? So here it is. This is how we do it. We take have and we swap it round be. So we be it first. Here's my thing for you. What is it like for you when you are being courageous right now? Because you can do it, right? Not when you have the right environment will you be courageous. You can be courage right now. You can be unstoppable right now. You can be a leader right now. You can be successful right now. Right in this moment, we all have the choice. We don't need more resources. We need to become more resourceful. Jim Rohn said that, and that is the absolute truth. You can have everything. We've talked about this before. You have everything you have right now to be massively successful. So what would it be? What is it you being correct, like courage, absolute courage. You are the source of the transformation right now. You know, like when we talk about, starting people in business and network marketing, online marketing, social media, none of this is going to matter if you don't puck up the courage right now and get into action.
Well, if I use that example, say, of starting this business that we started in January, it was empty. There was nothing. There was us. There was a handful of people talking about a vision that could be amazing, but it was actually nothing. There was nothing there. And if we'd have sat in that as a passenger and just waited for someone else, or waited for something amazing to come and knock on our door, or wait for the right environment, wait for the pandemic to end, wait for people's opinions to end, wait for the noise to end until we got started, we'd still be sat there. What we did was we took that opportunity, we took those rocks, and there was nothing there, and we made it into something. So that being that thing first is so important, and your external environment has nothing to do with it. You have to take ownership of where you are and realize that you have every single thing at your fingertips. The only thing stopping you is you.
Yeah. So what are you going to be? Choose one word, choose one thing, one state, one anchor, right? And for us, it was being unstoppable. You should see us when we are unstoppable. Because what happens in this moment when you swap these two little words around, you be it first, be courage. If courage is what you think you need in this, be courage now. Be courageous right now in this moment. Because when you are being that, when we are unstoppable, when we are being unapologetically us, right now, this is us. You get us. This is it. This is how we roll. When you be this in this moment, guess what happens next? It creates the doing. What are you going to do? You are going to do what unstoppable people do. You're going to show up like that courageous person does. You are going to do the action, the necessary action that being that person in that moment is going to be. If you want to be a leader, you want to be a leader one day, someday. Guess what? Leadership is now. Leadership is right now. People are waiting for you to lead them. If you think leadership is the way that you're most challenged, show up as the leader right now. Be a leader. Do what a leader does. Guess what you'll have? You'll have the results of what a leader does. That's the way. That's the mindset shift. To switch this around.
And it is.
Have the result.
It's a huge mind shift because we're not taught like that at school. We're not taught like that in society. We're just like, we have this programming that we have to be that first. We have to get that stuff first, and then everything has to be perfect, and then we'll get to work. And then when we get to work, then eventually we'll have what we want.
Don't wait.
Do not. You have to start where you are now. You have to make a physical, conscious decision to be a certain way to then have what that person has.
Yeah, so if you want, like we said, our mantra, our be do have is unstoppable. We do what unstoppable people do. Guess what? We have the results of unstoppable people. That's what we do. That's it. There is no secret to this. If you're resilient, we talked about resilient on our last video. Be resilient now. Like show us what you become as a warrior. Like you're moving through these challenges. You're being flexible in your approach. You're doing what a resilient person does. Guess what? You'll have the results of a resilient person. No different with this. Listen, if you want to go Facebook Live, if you want to tell the world something, do it now. What is it going to take? What do you have to be in order to get that message across? No one's going to do it for you, right? And this is what we learned last night. These kids, this opportunity abounded. Absolute, like, limitless opportunity around them. And for them to be able to pick up as many rocks as possible and shove it in their pockets so that one day they can take more with them. One day when they open up their pockets, they have gems and diamonds lying around. They have every opportunity right at their fingertips. And my friends, you need to be the shining example for you, your kids, your family. Do it. Be unapologetic with it. If you have something in your mind, start a podcast, write a blog, do vlogs, get out there. Tell the world your point of view. Share it with them in such a way that you are living the life of a human being something. Being the leader, being the thing that you ultimately think that you need to be when you have the stuff, you do the stuff, then you'll become that. You swap it around, switch it. Be it right now. Do what it looks like when you are being that. Courage, leadership, powerful, unapologetically you, unstoppable, anything. Share your word with us. Share your word down in the comments below and let us know what you're going to be in that moment. And it's a choice, Sammy G. It's a choice.
It's a huge choice, and that was our word, unstoppable. And you can imagine life throws curveballs at you, because you're living it as well. It will throw things at you, and it's in that moment, what are you choosing to be? Are you choosing to be a weak person who just gives up at the slightest hurdle? Are you choosing, but guess what? If you do choose that, you're going to have the results of that person. So find a word, whatever that may be. It may not be unstoppable. It may be brave. It may be courageous. It may be consistent. It may be resilient. Whatever that is, there'll be a word that really hits you and you're like, oh, I really want to be that. And then every time something comes up in your life that is like a barrier, it's almost like flags up. Instead of just stopping and either being like stunned for 6 months or lying on the side of the road going, oh my gosh, a barrier popped up, think about how would an unstoppable person behave when this barrier came up? How would a resilient person behave when this barrier popped up? And be that. And through being that, it will change who you are by the end of the journey. And guess what? You will have the results of that person that you're wanting to be or you're wanting to model.
This, my friends, is the closest thing that we have right now in our fingertips, right now that we can immediately impact our life. This is the closest thing to a superhero superpower. This is your superpower. If you people always say, well, if you were a superhero, what power would you have? And people are like, I want to be invisible. It's like, how's that going for you? Right? If you're not out there telling everyone in the world, guess what? You are, right? I would want to be brave. I would want to be fearless, even in the pursuit of fear, right? I would want to be that person. This is your superpower right now. So today, my friends, you have a choice. Instead of living in with all the if onlys, if only, what if you had all this stuff, if the right environment, it's not going to be perfect. Your environment will test you. It's going to throw like curveballs at you. How are you going to be? That's my question for the day, and that's a choice that you get to make every single minute of the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have a choice to settle or be. Be it. Right now, do the action necessary, and my friends, you will have the results that you're looking for.
And it's cliche, but it's true. You will either have results or you will have excuses, and that's it. Success is black and white. It does not care how you feel. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you don't have the right environment. It doesn't care what's going on in your life. Does not care. It's black and white. You either will have it or you won't have it.
Roll up your sleeves, team. It's time to be, do, have. Sammy G, nice 10 out of 10. Hey, we're almost. Well, at least we got under 20 minutes.
20
anyway,
10.
Have yourselves a fantastic day. Have yourself a fantastic, moment by moment decision. Be it. I want to see it. And I want to cheer you on, do the work with you, and then I want you to have as many results as you possibly can, because we get one shot at this. Pick up as many opportunities as you possibly can. Have a great day. I've been in your words.